Hey, people.
Hello, Facebookers.
It's Fabulous Friday.
Yes, it is. Fruitful too.
That's right. You know what time it is.
It's Friday, y'all. Y'all ready to sing along with us? Y'all ready? It's Friday.
You know the deal.
It's Friday.
Can we talk for real?
It's Friday.
So let's talk. Let's talk for real. Let's talk with Shay and Trill. Let's talk. Let's talk for real. Let's talk. Let's talk for real.
Hey, everybody. Yeah. We wearing our swag
That's
today.
right.
Get your swag, baby. Get your swag.
T-shirt, boo-boo.
Get your swag. Let's talk for real. Let's talk for real. Hey, Tanya.
Look what we got, Tanya.
You ready for your T-shirt, sister girl?
Yes. Let's talk for real with Shay and Trill.
Yes.
We merchandising, baby.
Yes. Get your LT4L swag.
That's right.
Yes. So we have
Hi, Candace.
Hi, Candace. I haven't met Candace yet.
No, I think this is Candace's first time getting on. Hey,
Well,
Candace.
welcome to the show, Candace. Welcome to the show.
That's right.
So glad you could tune in this afternoon.
Yes.
With us for Let's Talk for Real. We have a special guest today, all the way from Kinston, North Carolina.
K-Town.
Miss Barbara is in the house.
Facebook Live.
Yes.
That's right. Tanya said we brand building. That's right,
That's
Tanya.
right, Tanya. Speak it, talk it, girl. That's right. Building the brand. LT4L.
That's
Shay
right.
and Trill. Yes. Wait till we get the music going.
Oh, yes.
Y'all don't know what's going to happen in 2018.
Hey,
Told y'all
Sheila.
some great
Hey,
things is going to
Stephanie.
happen. Hey, ladies. So glad that you ladies are joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Tanya, thank you for joining us from the page.
Yes.
Lord have mercy. If you didn't do your page, some folk would be short, wouldn't they?
Yes, they'll be short. But that's okay. They'll catch on.
All right. Yeah.
Yes. So today's topic is what more do you need?
It's what?
What more do you need?
What more do you need?
And
Okay.
so we're talking about from the aspect of what more do God need to do to let you know that he is God. Not that he has to, but we are always in this great debate about, is God real? Is he able to move? Is he able to perform miracles? Is he the same God that was in the Old Testament? Is he the same God that was in the New Testament? Who is God?
Who is it?
Who is God? But we are always debating the things of God, but we don't debate sitting down in a chair. We don't sit there and investigate it. We expect it to do exactly what it's designed to do. When we get up and go get in our car, we expect that car to start.
Absolutely.
We don't debate nothing about this world, about turning on the lights. We don't debate about how we plant our feet on the ground, how our bodies function. But when it comes to the things of God, we always got a question. Is he enough?
Well, since you talked about the Old Testament, let me tell you something. There's a story. Y'all might have heard about it a little bit. There was a group of people that was trying to cross over this particular sea. Red. As a matter of fact, it was the Red Sea. And their oppressors was behind them, but before them was this sea. And so the Bible says something like this, that somehow the God of all creation caused the seas to part. So that this particular group of people could walk over on dry ground.
Dry. Not moist. Not muddy. Dry. But go ahead.
I'm just saying, dry ground. So the Bible says that he's the same yesterday,
Yes.
today, and forevermore.
Yes.
So if that's the same God that caused the Red Sea to part, Is he not the same God that can part every Red Sea in your life? Is he not the same God that can cause you to walk over on dry ground? Is he not the same God that if you stand still, you will see his salvation, and the enemies, the Egyptians that you see today, you will never see no more? Is he not the same God that dried up the woman with the issue of blood who was bleeding like a faucet? Is he not the same God that healed the leper? Is he not the same God that caused a prophet to go to a city where a woman who was a widow was getting ready to bake a cake for herself and her son, and they were going to die? Is he not the same God?
The same God.
Is he not the same God?
But you know what? Let's get even more personal. What about, is he the same God that will put a human life
in your
womb, and that baby grows to full term? That baby eats out from you, it uses the bathroom in you, and you still not die, that your organs will shift to make room for a human child.
Absolutely.
And then when it comes out with no formalities or no issues or no problems, and everything shift back into place. Who else can do that?
And I'll go one step further. What if the child is born? Or maybe what if the child is premature and there is some issues with the baby? He's still God.
Still God.
I've seen it myself. I had a premature baby.
Go ahead.
Less than 1 pound. And between 1 pound and 3 pounds, he had 7 major surgeries. And God has raised him up off life support 4 times.
Go ahead.
Oh, y'all ain't hearing that. Y'all ain't heard that.
How many? She said
4
times.
4 times.
4.
So what more
Do you need?
Now, this is my thing. Some of y'all, since we gonna get personal, some of y'all might need a light bill paid, a phone bill paid, a car note paid, your rent paid, your mortgage paid, your tuition bill, you know, whatever it is. My Bible says that he created all this.
Yes.
All of this. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. So you mean to tell me, I know I'm a little loud, pardon me.
That's all right.
But so many people are going through acting like God is not God.
Yeah.
Acting like God cannot supply your needs according to his riches and glory. Acting like God can't do the exceeding abundantly above all you ever ask or think according to the power that's at work in your life. Acting like God can't create a thing on the inside of you. One idea. And see, a lot of y'all are so messed up about bills that you can't get quiet enough to let him give you that one idea, that give you that one strategy that will place you, that will position you in a place that you don't never have to worry about another bill a day in your life.
Let's go beyond bills. Let's go about when God is still taking care of you when you ain't thinking about him. Think about when you get ready to merge into traffic and you can't see out of your peripheral, and you all you hear is a horn because something has shifted it where the car didn't impact you when it was supposed to.
Amen.
What about when you in the middle of the night sleeping and you getting choked in the middle of
Come
your
on
sleep?
now.
And then something wake you up.
Yeah, pull you up out of that demonic dream. What more
do you need? When you sit up there and circumstances in life want to take your mind, want to make it where you lose your mind, and you don't lose your mind because God give you enough sense that he won't let you stay in the situation till it puts you in the mental hospital somewhere. How about when you want to kill yourself, driving down the road, take your hands off the wheel, this is my testimony, and he won't let you hit nothing, but he'll let the car coast until it stops. What more do you need?
What more do you need? Terrence, you said, I thought I had my phone on mute, I'm sorry. Terrence, you said, who did our shirts? Yalise Designs. He said he want to get 2 1 or 2.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get all that at the end of this.
We want to make sure y'all get 1, 2, or 3. Mother's Day's coming up.
Yeah.
Graduation gifts, birthdays, just because days. But yes, what more do we need?
Yes.
He give us breath.
Yes.
We exhale. He don't have to give it back to us for us to inhale, but he does.
He does.
Amen.
So if he does, that means that there's more work for you to do.
Yes, there's a purpose in it. You ain't just breathing to be breathing.
Amen.
You ain't just here to take up space. You ain't just here to hear your voice. There's a purpose and a plan.
That's
There
right.
was a purpose and a plan for Barbara to be here today.
That's
Say
right.
that.
Right.
Yes.
It was purpose.
It was perfect.
When he created heaven and earth, that we will be here today.
Yes.
But you say she got a seat at the table.
Yeah, because she spoke out a need when she left the house. You don't tell them about your need that you had.
Yeah.
And she, go ahead.
Go ahead, talk about your need. Tell them what you told the Lord before you left the house.
I
what
asked
you
the
were looking
Lord
for.
to supernaturally connect me with someone, a like precious faith, that I could be in that can speak into my life, that I could connect with. You know, sometimes you go through things and you're the person everybody else calls. And when you need a word, when you need some encouragement, when you need somebody to help, you know, point you in the right direction and give you some, you know, godly advice and counsel, you can't get it.
So that was the first thing she did. She spoke out her need.
Right.
How did he meet your need?
Well, I was going to an appointment today. I had already purposed in my heart to get there, you know, a couple of hours early so I could study and be on point to take this state exam. And I came here earlier this week and I didn't pass the test. I've never passed the test before. And I had called, you know, an apostle, you know, earlier this week to kind of see what he kind of sensed in the realm of the spirit, what God was saying. You know, is this something that is God ordained for me? Am I, you know, in spiritual warfare concerning this? Because I don't have headaches. You know, I had a almost like an anxiety attack taking this exam earlier this week. You know, or is it God saying, you saying, give me a sign, I'm flashing the sign, you didn't pass the test, is this the sign you need? Or is this really a warfare situation where I just need to persevere and press my way through, or what have you? So I said, you know, God, you know, put somebody in my path, you know, a woman of God or a man of God, a prophet that can hear, you know, the prophetic word, the mind, and the will of God, and that can speak in my life, you know. And on my way to take the exam, he said, turn on New Bern Avenue and go to the Waffle House.
The Waffle House.
The Waffle House. I go in there, it is packed up in that piece.
Everybody wants some waffles
I see
today.
this lady, she's sitting by herself, and I was really led to say, can I sit with you? But I didn't. So I told the lady, I said, hey.
Sign.
Say that again.
She passed the
I
sign.
passed
Okay.
another sign.
Ask for the sign.
Ask for the sign.
Asked for
Go
the
ahead.
sign, but I passed the sign.
Go ahead.
So I seen somebody getting ready to get up. I told the lady, I said, well, hurry up and, you know, clear this table and clean this table. So I sat at the table by myself. And I seen this lady walk in. I looked, I said, oh, gosh, she looks so familiar. You know, and she got up and started playing with this little baby. I looked up again. I said, I think I know her. She looks so familiar. But I didn't say anything to her. So I got up and paid for my bill, and the lady that I was going to ask to sit with, she came up to me and she said, excuse me, ma'am, but do you know this lady? And she started pointing at Sharon. I said, she looks very familiar to me.
See, when you avoid the sign, God will take you to the sign.
Say that again,
When you avoid the sign, God gonna take you to the sign. But go ahead.
And as I got closer, she said, well, come and see if you know this lady. because she thinks she know you. And as I walked up to her, I said, "Oh God, she look like Sharon." I said, "What's her name?" She said, Sharon Meaver. And she said, I said, "You're my cousin."
Ain't that
She said, "Where you from?" "Kinston."
So am I, and we are cousins.
And how long it's been since you ain't seen your cousin?
Over 30 years.
Over 30 years.
Since we were 6th and 7th grade, Rochelle Middle School.
Right.
30 years.
Yeah.
What
That's
more?
Rochelle Middle School.
Yes, do you need?
Rochelle
First of all,
Middle
she
School.
made her request known to
Yes.
God. And then after she made her request known to God, he spoke back into her spirit what he needed her to do.
Although he had to do it a couple of times.
So when she went to the Waffle House and saw this lady sitting by herself, he then spoke, "Go ask, can you sit with her?" She didn't want to do that, because I don't know her. I don't know how she gonna respond or react. So now, lady, clean this table off. Let me sit right here. So then this other lady walks in, and she recognizes this other lady. Well, the other lady was me. That the lady she was going to ask to sit with, she was waiting on me to
Waiting
get to.
on you.
Right.
Waiting on you.
She was waiting on me, right? So initially, I'm sitting out in the parking lot. I was like, "Oh my God, it is so many people here at this Waffle House." So I called the sister that's sitting in the restaurant waiting on me. I'm like, "I don't know, sis." I said, "Now everybody's here." I said, we might won't even be able to get a table. She walks out of the restaurant. As she walking out of the restaurant, I open the door and I say, "Girl, we ain't gonna be able to get no table." She said, "It don't even matter. We got a table. It's packed. We got a table. Come on in." So when I walk in, that's when you see me and say, "She looks familiar." Now, before I sit down, I see her sitting at the back, and I say, "Oh my God, I know her." I kept telling the sister that I was meeting. I'm telling you, I know her. I kept saying, "I know her." So what God is saying, when you tell him what your need is, he's saying, "I know your need.
I know your need.
I know her.
Before you even ask.
I know him.
I already set
I
it
know
up.
your need.
Already orchestrated.
But are you going to be willing
Yes.
to move when I tell you to move? Or are you going to be saying, "God, show me another sign"?
And see, that's what God will do. He'll make us do what's uncomfortable and what's not familiar. Because she could have been sitting with a stranger, but didn't know that God was sending somebody that she already knew to give her the word. Only thing he wanted you to do is sit where he told you to sit.
Come on.
And that's what we'll do. We'll miss it. And so God is so gracious because he know what we asked him for. And he know what our need was. And he said, "Okay, since you wouldn't do it, I'm going to bring it to you."
Right. So he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is speaking. Come on now.
To his church.
That's it. To his church.
So what more do you need? How many more signs are you going to ask God to give you? How many more words you going to ask God to show you when he'll give it to you in a dream? He'll get to you in a song. He'll get through a sermon. He'll give it through scripture. He'll give it to you all these different ways, and you still say that's not enough.
He'll give it to you through a commercial. He'll give it to you driving down the highway. It could be on a billboard. It could be in a... Did you say a song?
A song.
It could be in a song. What more
do you need
God to do for him to birth that vision that he's placed on the inside of you? But God, I can't.
Some of us, it takes the extreme.
God, I don't speak well.
You don't care about your speech?
I don't say it like they said. I don't sing like they sing. I don't preach like they preach. I don't teach like they teach.
But see, that's the awesome thing of God. He don't work in duplication.
Come on.
He works in what's original.
Come on now.
If he wanted all of us to do the same thing, he would have made us all look alike. But because he has a different purpose and a plan for each and every one of us, my part she can't do.
That's right.
Her part I can't do.
That's right.
Because he understands that everything is strategic with God. I always say that God plays chess where the enemy plays checkers. He is already 2-3 steps ahead of before I even come out of my spirit and say, God, I need something. God has already put it in place. He's just waiting for me to move to it. But what we want to do is get that little cheap checkerboard that will, every time you put the little piece down, the board about break, because we sitting up here with these little bitty pieces. You know, we so busy trying to king somebody. But God said, I want you to have the whole board. He wants you to rule everything. But we so minute in our thinking with God that we put him in a box. And we think that he can't get beyond a bill.
Come on.
We talked about that last. Your God, that's how big your God is. That all he can perform is to pay a bill.
Come on now.
Come on now.
He wants you to become an owner and you still want to rent the man. Come on now. You want to rent the furniture. You don't want to own the furniture. He wants to get you. He want to transition you from a renter to an owner.
An owner.
From the lender to the borrower to the lender.
Yes.
Right. That's what he want to do.
But see, that's how small we think when it comes to God. We think that that's all we can do. And then we think, with this misconception that we have when some of us that's those believers that believe that you got to look poor. You got to look like you ain't got nothing to show that you got no anointing on your life. The devil is a lie. Why I got to look like I'm broke, busted, and disgusted when I got a God that say he sit on he have a cattle that sits, I can't even get
a thousand.
Yes, thank you. On 1,000 hills, that he has all the riches and glory. And I'm sitting up here and thinking I'm supposed to look like a peasant for people to think that I'm anointed.
This is what the sister told me today. She said, because see, Shay, you don't look like a preacher. I said, well, what does a preacher supposed to look like?
Absolutely.
You know, so people who have a specific idea in your head as to what an individual is supposed to look like that's carrying the word of God, to me, that denotes that you have a spirit of religion and not relationship.
That's right.
Hello.
Because let me go on and take it over here. Because when the Roman soldiers came for Jesus, Jesus looked like the brethren. They didn't know who he was.
That's right.
Let's let that sit there for a minute.
Yes.
Selah.
They didn't even know who he was. They didn't identify him until Judas went up and kissed him. Because he looked like everybody else. But no, we in this traditional religiosity, we got to look a certain way if we carry in the gospel. The devil is like, y'all go ahead on and make yourself look different if you want to. They gonna know you the target.
That's right.
Because you ain't looking like the people. You feel... Let me go on.
Yeah, because we got to understand we were not designed to blend in. We were designed to stick out. So that's why when you go in a room, we said this one time before, that the room should conform to you. You should not go in the room and then everybody else don't even have an idea that you done came in. They should know exactly when you walk in that you are different. It's a shift the whole atmosphere.
You're the change agent. You're the thermostat. You're the one that set the atmosphere when you walk in. Really?
Yeah, but what we do, we'll conform to everybody else. We'll sit up there and see something going wrong, won't open our mouths. We'll sit up there and feel, it vexed my spirit. It made me uncomfortable. But what did you do about it? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. What they saying over there on this screen? Because I can't see nothing over there. They saying something. They talking, honey.
Well, she was talking about something that we already done passed.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
My bad, y'all. Sorry.
That's all right, y'all.
Don't have contacts in our class.
But what more do you need? What big debate do you have to go through? You know, me and Shay was talking about this the other day, and I was telling her about, even with the scientists that say that we came from a microorganism that decided to evolve and walk on the earth, and then it evolved to something else. I said, but at the end of the day, where did that come from?
Come on now.
And then when the meteor hit, then everything's supposed to form. But where did the meteor come from? So we sit up here, we debate and we wrestle about how you're supposed to come to God. You got to be this religion. You got to be this and you got to be that. But he said all of that is irrelevant, because at the end of the day, he is God.
He is God and God alone.
It's stuff that we can't even think about in our finite mind that we are able to do. It ain't by choice and by chance that people are doctors and engineers and all this stuff. Those ideas come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. What more do you need?
What more do you need?
But we need a blueprint.
Girl,
We need a
Come
documentary.
we do.
We need to go back and find
We need
his
step
bones.
by step.
We need to
We
go
need
back.
a flow
Yes.
chart.
Mhm.
We want to see it.
But we don't see how we sit in a chair. We don't see how
Oh,
we
no,
go and
'cause
put
you
that
just-
food in that microwave. We don't ask no questions about nothing. We go in there and we expect products to perform what they were designed to do.
That's
we don't
right.
ask no questions. We got so arrogant about it, we throw the instructions away.
Right.
Say that.
That's how arrogant we are, because we expect that the product that I bought is what it's supposed to be, so I don't need no instructions.
Right.
But when it comes to when God gives you instructions, you got to go back and you got to ask that person, the third person, the backyard
But
person.
what did he tell
yes,
you?
what did he tell you?
What did he tell you, Barbara? What did God tell you, Trill? What did God tell you, Tanya? What did God tell you, RK? What did God tell you, Janetta? What did God tell you, Rhonda? Oh, I'm coming over there.
Stephanie.
What did God
LaQuanta.
tell you?
Rosalind.
Rosalind. What did
Claudia.
God tell you?
Sheila.
What did God tell you?
Terrence.
Yeah, Terrence.
Because that's what he's doing every day. He's doing a roll call
Yes.
to see who's
Yes.
going to answer,
Yes,
who's
sir.
going to respond, who's
Yeah.
going to keep sitting in there debating about what he said. He said, okay, you ain't ready. Let me go to the next one. And then when it's time for you to come and do it, it's too late. Because I already done picked it up. Now
I ain't
you
gonna say
mad because I done picked it up because
Right.
you ain't want to do it.
Come on.
Don't get mad at me. Don't hate, participate.
Right.
I say, don't hate, congratulate.
That's it. Hey, that's right. That's
What
it.
more do you need,
What
people?
more do you need? Do you think that God can't cause your enemies to scatter seven
Yes, he-
different ways?
Think he won't.
But he gonna leave one
Mm-hmm.
because they got to be a witness.
Uh-huh.
Because he got to prepare the table before you in
the
their presence.
Which one are you? Which one are you?
Ooh, ouch. Amen. Amen.
Are you the one that he's preparing the table for? What role are you playing?
My God.
In your
For or in front of
which
is the
one?
question.
You one of them. I said we all the answer to somebody's prayer. We either praying and asking God to move you, or we asking God to deal with you, or we asking God to edify and add to me. You are part of somebody's prayer and testimonies. It depends on what role you want to play.
Come on now.
Amen.
What role do you want to play? What more do you
need?
What more do you need? What more do you need? And
They need him to come down,
Oh, girl.
throw a rope, slap you in your face, kick you in your stomach. They want him to come and do all this stuff, and then they'll be like, God, they didn't take all that. He didn't want to do that in the first place. If you would have heard him the first time he told you to do something, then it wouldn't have to get to this point where it feels like, oh, why have
Yeah.
you forsaken me?
you know, God tell us to move somewhere, and we move, and then it seems like all hell breaking loose, and so then we get a little fretful. Don't fret. Don't fret. Be not weary in your well
Yes.
doing. God got you.
Got you.
Oh, Shay, that's easier said than done when you walk it out, baby. I lived it. I've walked it out. And I will tell you, no, it's not easy. But then you get to a point in your life and a point in your maturation in the things of God that you understand that what God is doing in you, this temporary discomfort that you're feeling can't be compared to what he's walking
Way
out
over.
in you.
That's right.
Can't be compared to what he's going to reveal in you. Can't be compared to what he's going to reveal through you. Can't be compared to where he's sending you. Can't be compared to where he's taking you. Can't be compared to what he's going to use you to do. Can't be compared to the word that he's going to cause you to speak out of your mouth. It can't be compared
It's this
to the temporary set or the temporary inconvenience that you are dealing with right now.
This is a participatory relationship.
Absolutely.
You can't expect God to do everything and you do absolutely nothing.
Come on now.
You can't expect that because
That's right.
that's what we want.
But that's what we
We want God to do everything. We want to put conditions on him, stipulations,
Sure.
and we want to say, okay, God, I'll do this if you do that. But then you don't do your part.
No.
So
But
it
we
means
expect
it's both of you.
But we expect God to do his part. Oh, after all, Trill, he is God.
That's it.
After all, Barbara, he is
All
God.
by himself.
That's all right.
Ain't he God?
He God.
But if he didn't have a need for
I'm
us, we
waiting
wouldn't
on the
be here.
Lord, but the Lord waiting on you. And you said waiting. But how you wait?
What I tell a young lady, stop sightseeing.
Come on.
You want to?
That's
You
right.
say
You gotta
God
serve
told you
while
to?
you
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
Faith is you got faith without works is dead. We
dead.
talked
That's
about
it.
that, but you got to put your faith in action.
You do.
So that means you can't keep being a spectator in your
That's
own. What was the word? It just went through here. But you can't expect that. You can't expect to seek to have faith and not move in your faith, but by just sitting there looking at it all day.
Yeah.
And then you think that it's supposed to move.
Osmosis.
Yes.
It's just
It
gonna
ain't
move.
a Jedi mind trick with him.
Right.
You got to do something.
No
You gotta
special
walk by
effects.
faith. Walk by
Right.
faith.
No
Yes,
camera
thank you.
tricks.
Walk is a key. That's an action
The
word.
Yeah. And
Walk
it's
it
an
out.
action word.
You always know that song, Walk It Out.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
gotta walk
You
that
gotta
thing
walk it out.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't easy all the time walking it out. But
But it's
greater is he
necessary.
that's on the inside of you than he that's
That's
within
in
the
the
world.
world.
And he's giving you it out.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it.
Sheila said, we do live in a time where people expect all without participation and preparation. It's unfortunate. Seymour. Yes, it's unfortunate, Sheila.
It is. It is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Sheila, you're absolutely right. Read that one more time.
She said, we do live in a time where people expect all without participation and preparation.
So
it's
we
unfortunate.
expect all of it to happen without us doing anything.
anything.
And I want to just reiterate, I just want to elaborate on this. I think some of the things that has hindered us in the body from going forward in this is that that name it and claim it thing we went through.
Girl,
And
Lord, you better claim them payments.
that you can lay hands
And them maintenance
say
trips you gonna
that
have to
you
make.
got this.
And them insurance
has
payments.
hindered the real true faith walk.
Yeah. Name it and claim it. Claim those payments. Claim those maintenance appointments you're going. Claim those tires you're going to have to buy. Claim the when the air conditioning go out. You talking about that house?
Right.
Claim
That's
the
right.
mortgage.
You better.
right.
Claim the homeowners dues that go along with that.
The taxes
All of that.
and the insurance.
And the responsibility
That's
that come
what
with that
I'm
husband
talking
that you
about.
done claimed.
Oh.
And the responsibilities that come with the husband and wife you done claimed. It's more than just getting a mate. You got to do some work. You got to put the work in. Anywho. Yes, we really
Well,
do.
Jesus said, "Who
It's
will build a
6:02.
house and now count the cost?"
That's it. That's right. You got to count the cost
It's
when you
gonna
build a
cost you
house.
something.
That's why some of us are still single. Thank you, Jesus. Glory to God.
Hallelujah.
And we are. Remember my
Let's
song?
talk about our shirts now because we're running out of time.
We already
know
have
it's
time.
a holiday
Talk about it.
weekend.
Talk about it. Church. Talk
But
about our shirts.
this is our new logo for Let's Talk for Real with Shay and Trill. So we are excited about going out here and branding our brand and expanding who we are. So if you want to get a t-shirt, male or female, for Let's Talk for Real with Shay and Trill, inbox us, let us know. We're excited about this. We're going to get coffee mugs. We're going to get
Water bottles, journals.
Yes, so
pens.
we're excited about being able to have a brand to go with Let's Talk with for Real with Shay and Trill. So we're excited about it.
And then the other thing we want to make sure that you guys get your t-shirts because we're coming up on a year.
Yes.
And we are planning an annual event for our first year of being on live, on Facebook Live. So we want to make sure that you guys join us, wear your t-shirts so we can be eyed and everybody can see Let's Talk for Real with Shay and Trill. So we stay tuned for more details. We're going to make sure that you guys know what we're doing, where we're going to be, the date, time, and all of that. Because we would love for you to join us
Yes.
on set.
Yes, and if you have not done so already, we talked about last week that we're going to start doing our live broadcast from our actual Let's Talk For Real with Shay and Trill Facebook page. So if you are not following us on that, if you can go on and like the page and follow us on that, we're going to start doing our live from there. You can also go back and look at the videos on our YouTube channel with Let's Talk For Real with Shay and Trill. So I think that covers everything. YouTube, Let's Talk For Real page, and
because we're broadcasting from the page now, right now, today.
And
Trill is just doing her live, but we're going to shut her down.
Yes.
Because we need everybody to come to the page so we can stop using her Facebook page doing our live videos. So we're giving you guys time. If you really want to stay in, stay tuned and stay in sequence, whatever you want to call it, synchronized with us, syncopated with us, come on over to the page.
Yes.
So we can start seeing your comments on our actual page.
And share it with your friends.
Absolutely.
Invite
Please
them to come on the page. So we take any suggestions that you have for topics. Let us know if there's something that you want to talk about. If you want to come on as a guest, let us know that too. And we can either bring you on, pull you in, or we can have you come into the studio.
Absolutely.
So we're open to suggestions. Give us your feedback. We want you guys to know that your opinion matters and what you think about the broadcast matters. So just let us know what you think, and if there's anything you want us to add, let us know that too.
Did you talk about subscribers to subscribe to our page?
Yes.
Our
the YouTube page. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Subscribe to that page too.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Tanya Devon. Tanya, girl, you the bomb.com. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy your resurrection weekend. We pray that the Lord will continue to bless you, cover you, protect you, and all that you say and do. Because what? It's Friday.
You know the deal.
It's Friday.
Can we talk for real?
It's Friday.
So let's talk.
Let's talk for real. Let's talk. With Shay and Trill. Let's talk. Let's talk for real. Let's talk. Let's talk for real. Yes. Thank you so much to our special guest, Barbara.
Yay.
We're so glad she joined us today. So thank you so much, sis. Appreciate you. Have a blessed weekend. Love you guys. Bye-bye.